no offence by this comment. I mean, you're not the norm when it comes down to the expectations of a lawyer.
No, I'm not. So there's a market for us all, and it's just about accepting that I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And do you know what? That's okay.
Do you think if you hadn't have niched down, you'd have this many customers wanting to do work with you?
Welcome to the Business Growth Podcast, powered by ActionCOACH UK, the world #1 in business coaching. Since 1993, we've helped thousands of business owners and entrepreneurs worldwide smash through their limits and achieve extraordinary results. This is more than a podcast, it's your blueprint for success. So grab a pen and paper, take notes, and make sure you hit the subscribe button and notification bell for weekly growth insights. Let's do this.
ActionCOACH, the help you need to grow your business. I've been with Sophie for 45 minutes. She really hit home. I was kind of almost in tears halfway through this. And something stood out of what she said. And she said, I needed a safe place. And what I realised is that everyone needs a safe place. She's not just niched down, she's gone big and bold. And she's standing out in a crowded marketplace. So I encourage you to listen to this and somehow transfer her resilience, her authenticity, and her marketing expertise to do exactly the same in your business. Enjoy it. Are you the real Legally Blonde in person?
100%. Yeah, and blondes have more fun.
Blondes have more fun, do they? No offence if you're a brunette, by the way.
I'm naturally brunette, so I'm best of both.
All right.
My hashtag did used to be legally brunette, and then we changed it up a bit. So I am now legally blonde.
Legally blonde.
For the minute.
And it's not just, it's a bit of a pun, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you've set a business up now.
Set many up.
Several. Well, we get in on there, but
Yeah.
I mean, what's your business called? The Law.
Law by Sophie, and it's part of the By Sophie brand.
Are you a disruptor?
Yeah.
What is a disruptor?
Someone that challenges things, someone that throws a grenade into the middle of what is expected and what is the norm. Yeah.
Yeah, because no offence by this comment. I mean, you're not the norm when it comes down to the expectations of
No, I'm not.
A lawyer.
No, I'm not. And there was many years when I struggled with that before I thoroughly embraced it.
Right.
Yeah, I really did. I thought maybe I'm not meant to be a lawyer. But it wasn't that I wasn't meant to be a lawyer. It was just that the corporate model didn't fit me.
I mean, but you've got this courage and this confidence about yourself that, I mean, you did your dissertation on pink paper.
And I got a first.
Oh, yeah. We had to get that one in. Yeah. A first as well.
I did, yeah.
Because we do live in a judgmental society.
Very.
There are people that could have listened to you so far that thought,
Not for me.
Sophie's not got a first, no way.
Yeah.
She's not
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah. And do you know what? That's okay. So again, I used to get really offended by it, try and dampen it down, try and be in the suits and in the boardrooms. And I really did try. But it's not me. And that's all right. That's okay. Because there are so many people out there that need lawyers, and the big boardrooms and the bigger firms are for them. And there's also a market for people that want me, that will just rock up in my gym kit, give me a cup of tea and a slice of cake and tell me what the problem is. And I'll tell you how I can help. So there's a market for us all, and it's just about accepting that I'm not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And do you know what? That's okay.
To be honest, as you said that little piece that you just said there, it really sort of got me, because you've niched down.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
What's the niche?
Equine and agricultural. So I am a Yorkshire farmer's daughter, salt of the earth. And I animals have always been a big part of my life, and so is the countryside. I have a real respect for our countryside, and horses in particular have always been in my life. I think I could ride before I could walk, so it's always been a big part of my life. So I would go off on my horse on my parents' farm. I'd come back with a different pet every time. I'd came back with a deer once. That didn't go down well. Pet lambs, pet owls. I'd find birds that had injured wings. And I think I was a bit like a real life Snow White. I'd just come up with all of these little animal sanctuaries in my bedroom. So they've always been a big part of my life. And I went to university then in Manchester, and this green girl from the farm.
Were you as mad then as you are now?
Yeah. But was very much trying to dampen it. And if I'm honest, I really struggled with university and training contracts and stuff because it just was so far out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
So I did really struggle. And I was finding my identity a bit then, I think. Have
you found it?
I like to think so. I think I'm 35 now.
That's still a puppy.
And I think I've only just embraced who I am in the last couple of years, properly.
You are a character. I mean, that, you know, for sure you're a character, but you're strong because you found your identity and you're being who you are. And, you know, it's not that long ago. It's probably 15 years or 14 years ago you did your dissertation, or 13 years ago on pink paper.
Uh-huh.
You know, there's something in that as well. I mean,
I also did I used pink paper for my applications for a training contract, and a lot were rejected.
Did any get accepted?
Yeah, did my training at a massive, huge firm in Manchester, and loved every second of it. Yeah. And
what did they say when you turned up for your interview? What did they say about the pink paper?
I remember it very clearly. They said, I was like, yeah, did you like it? Thinking that, you know, they're going to think it's so cute. And they were like, no. I was like, okay.
But they still offered you the job.
But they still offered me it, yeah.
Maybe they were playing hardball with you.
Possibly.
Know, trying to get under the skin a little bit and ruffle the feathers.
Yeah.
Look, you built this business, Law by Sophie. You're a disruptor.
Mm-hmm.
More and more customers are flooding your way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit scary.
This episode is sponsored by CWCS Managed Hosting, empowering businesses to thrive with tailored, fully managed hosting solutions delivered with a personal touch. Now back to the podcast.
I mean, clues in the name, Law by Sophie, it is supposed to be me. It was never the plan to grow. But I mean, I've only been trading 18 months and we're already growing.
Yeah, you're already growing. And for that reason, I just need to make the listeners aware again for what I've just said. Disrupt, niche down.
Yeah.
And have that identity about yourself to stand out.
Yeah.
And guess what? You're doing it.
Be unapologetically you.
All right. But so Law by Sophie is only one of the by Sophie businesses.
Yeah.
Of course, there's a whole range that's coming there.
Mm-hmm.
But you went to university.
I did.
You did your dissertation on pink paper, and then you had a real challenge in life.
Yeah, I did.
Tell us about
that. So I qualified as a solicitor, as a newly qualified solicitor. Life was sort of clicking into place, or so I thought. I was still a disruptor. I was still mad as a box of frogs, but I was doing what every sort of young person does, in that they find love and they do all the normal things that life tells us we're supposed to do. Thought I was happy. I thought I was settled. I was pregnant with a little boy. And I experienced a real trauma in that I was in a very violent relationship, which was fueled by someone who had a big drink problem. And what happened was that I was 5 months pregnant with a little boy, and my partner at the time got absolutely blind drunk for whatever reason. On that day, he decided to pick up a drink and nearly killed me, but did kill my son, stabbed me in my tummy, and lost my son. So he'd lived for 2 days before he passed away.
Is that right?
Yeah. So
5 months.
Yeah.
You were stabbed.
Months. Stabbed in my
and
tummy.
the little boy lived for 2 days.
I went into labour. Yeah. And he survived for 2 days. It's called Ashley.
I'm really emotional right now, actually.
Yeah. So,
obviously, I know this story already, guys. So, when was this?
5 years ago. He would be 5. Yeah.
How long did it take you to get over that? Can you ever get over that?
I've never experienced a trauma in my life. I've actually been quite a sheltered person, sort of growing up on the farm. I'd never experienced anything like that before in my life. And I went into, I got very poorly, sank into a very deep depression. I had PTSD, couldn't leave the house, would have panic attacks because whilst he was sentenced and charged, the attacks didn't stop. So there was quite a couple of years where
Attacks?
No, physical. He would turn up. He went to prison, came out and blamed me. So I was hospitalised often to the point where I couldn't leave the house, couldn't open the door, would have panic attacks every day, couldn't cope with life, didn't want to be here.
Yeah. I'd heard the story about you were making a cup of tea or something in the kitchen and you seen someone through the window. Was that him?
I was at my friend's house. I didn't tell anyone about this. No one knew the circumstances as to how I'd lost my son and what had happened. Kept it very much to myself. And I was at my friend's house and an Amazon delivery man turned up and it was winter and I didn't see him come up the drive. And then they appeared at the window and I had an almighty panic attack. And it was at that point that my friend said, "Are you going to tell me what's going on?" And that's when it all came out. And that was the start of my journey with therapy. She is to thank for that because she literally dragged me there. Before that, I would be that person that would say, "I don't need help. I'm all right." Put on that mask, put on the brave face. I'd not really mourned my son. I'd not acknowledged what had happened. I'd not dealt with it. I'd not processed it. And I was a very poorly person, very poorly. But yeah, she is to thank for what is now what you've got today.
Tell the truth, ask for help. And it took your friend to say to you, "Look, what is going on?
Yeah.
What's really going on?"
Yeah.
Panic attacks, depression, for all different reasons. We're all on different journeys. And the reality is that bad things do happen.
Yeah.
You know, really bad things have happened to you. I mean, I can't even come to empathise with you on that because, I mean, I'm upset by what you've been through. But the listeners, they're all on their journey as well, and you know, they've got their own adversity.
Yeah.
And it took your friend asking you what's really happening. I suppose, have you ever asked anyone that question since?
That's a great question. No, I've not.
Because we need friends like that, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
And I'm just thinking for the listeners right now, I mean, think of someone that you can just ask, just reach out to and ask.
You never know. I mean, in my mind, I thought I was covering it perfectly. You know.
Well, you're a strong character, right?
I thought no one had a clue, you know, and I was coming up with all these reasons why I was sporting black eyes and broken ribs and, you know, ride my horses a lot. So the amount of times that my horse headbutted me, I thought I was covering it perfectly. But the people aren't stupid and they know. It just takes you to perhaps ask for that help.
Yeah. What would you say to someone now in terms of if someone is having panic attacks for any particular reason or they're suffering from depression? What would you say to them?
First, you've got to acknowledge that that's what's going on because I didn't know that's what was happening to me. But it very much was. And it's like learning to walk again. So it's like learning everything again. It's like learning life, how to cope. And therapy saved my life without a doubt.
What kind of therapy?
It was an intense trauma therapy at the beginning, so I literally couldn't. It was about getting through the next 10 minutes, the next 10 minutes, the next 10 minutes.
Is that why you're so hyper-focused? Sorry for laughing there.
No, I think that's where it comes from. Yeah, we would give myself 10-minute slots of just walk to the end of the road, go back. Go to the end of the drive, go back. Go. And it was that slow.
A repetition of doing those drills.
Just finding my safe place again. Yeah. And then work was a distant memory.
I like that phrase, finding my safe place again. Where did that come from?
My therapist. Yeah, we've got to find my safe place. And I still go back there sometimes if I'm feeling a little bit, if I'm struggling, if it's that sort of time of year again and things are emotions are heightened, go to your safe place.
I wonder, in a strange way, I don't expect you to have any opinions on this matter. I mean, should we all have a therapist in some ways? Because we're all going through challenges.
Thoroughly. I encourage it. Even if, I've had therapy for the last 5 years, but I've not been in trauma for the last 5 years. It's just like talking to your mate, but somebody that's impartial. So I talked to my therapist about what I should have for dinner. I just think it's as important as brushing your teeth as to keep you mentally accountable. I think we owe it to ourselves. To be strong-minded and to know our worth and to set boundaries in life.
As important as brushing teeth.
Very much so.
Forgive this analogy, but you mentioned it earlier on. So Suits, a lot of the listeners are familiar with Suits. Harvey Specter is like
gorgeous.
He definitely is, by the way. Strong character. He's got it all together. He's one of the most successful lawyers that everyone wants to be. Harvey Specter.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Suits, he's got a therapist.
Yeah.
And that is, it's fictional, but it's also based on reality. A lot of the most successful people out there, believe it or not, they've got therapists.
Yeah, 100%. Don't get me wrong, like the person I am today is an entirely different woman to what I was before I went through that trauma. And I actually try and find positives in everything. But if I look back at my life before I went through what I went through, I was actually quite a not very nice person, very dismissive. I would be that idiot that would say to somebody, what have you got to be depressed about? I didn't get it. I didn't get mental health. And I don't think I was a good person for it. And now I have such an appreciation of life and what is meant for us.
How have you turned it into ambition and future orientated focus?
I think that when I went through that trauma, I did reach out in some ways. I was having intense therapy, but what happened was I was too poorly to really look after my clients in the best way that I should. And so I reached out to my work and said, I'm struggling. And I was self-employed at the time. I was consulting, which is fantastic. And it was opening doors and all the rest of it. And my career was really taking off. But I couldn't be accountable in the way that I needed to be. And so I reached out. And sadly, that was met with the bad side of lawyers, I think, which they see, I'll take all the work. I'll take it all. Greed. And so actually what happened was all my work was taken from me, and so I had no income then, as well as going through what I went through. I was put into like women's refuges and whatnot. I had to leave my home. It was abandoned because there was an imminent threat to my life.
Really?
Yeah, it was a bad time. I was moving from pillar to post. I had my dog, I had my horses.
So but the dog, what role did the dog play? What's the name?
Kipper.
Kipper.
The love of my life.
So what role did the dog play through this?
She is, without a doubt, my guardian angel, like my real life guardian angel. She's been through it all without any judgment to me whatsoever. She doesn't care. All she wants is love, and all she gives is love. There's no judgment from a dog, and I think that's why I love animals so much. And actually, that poor dog gets put through so much because she is my baby. So I think she's probably had the bad side of losing my son because she became my baby. And so that poor dog gets birthday parties, she's got a pushchair, she's got everything.
It's a strange question, this. I don't know where it's even coming from, by the way. But what role has Kipper played in your business success?
She's the marketing manager.
I did not know that was coming, guys. She's the marketing manager. All right, yeah.
What Kipper did...
She kept you calm or what?
Yeah, she has. She does keep me calm. And do you know what Kipper does is she gives me a routine, and she gives me something that I have to get up every morning because I have to look after her. And I can't stay in bed. I can't, go into an office every day. I can't do that. And so making my own business and my own brand gives me the flexibility to be at home with her and to go and ride my horses when I want. It's graft, but I need my dog and my horses in my life, because that is my safe place. Being with my animals, I am safe. So she doesn't even know what she has done to my life. I mean, I think horses are a little bit more, they're a bit sassy and they don't need me. They're like, half a ton. They'd like kill me if they want. Whereas Kipper's, her legs are an inch tall and yet she rules my life.
Remember, we all need a safe place.
We do. We all do.
You've got real ambitions on your business as well, which kind of fuels your purpose. And you've been yourself along the way. So there's something that's, drive is a word that people use a lot. Like, look how much drive they've got, because you've got drive. There's something about you that's really driven. Where does that drive come from?
My dad. Yeah.
Why did you say your dad?
My dad is a Yorkshire farmer. And he has taught me right from the very beginning all about business and about graft. And if you want something, no one's giving it to you. Go out and get it. Work for it. And he taught me that from a very young age. I mean, I remember I was about 8 years old and I really wanted this scooter. It was £15. And he said to me, you give me half and I'll put in the other half. And I was like, £7.50, I'm never going to be able to do it. So, it just seemed like the world's biggest amount of money.
7.5 car washes later.
Well, my dad is a farmer, but he's also got a coach company, Murgatroyd Coaches. And so I used to sweep and mop and clean coaches for 50p a coach. So it took me a long time.
Well, there's washing cars and then there's cleaning, mopping and sweeping
50-seater coaches. That was child labour. But I went to my dad with my £7.50 and I was so excited. And I said, can we go get my scooter? And he said, go put it in your piggy bank. We'll go get it. But do you know what you've learned? Do you know what I'm showing you?
So you've gone from kind of being yourself at a young age with the pink dissertation to going through some real challenges, horrific challenges. And you've come out the other side. You've developed a business, used your strengths, niched down.
Yes.
Stuck to it, you're being yourself.
Yeah.
And now you're running multiple ventures.
Yes.
And you're massively into personal branding and social media to power them all.
Yeah.
What does the vision look like?
I don't think I've reached it yet. I don't know where it's going to end because I keep coming up with other ideas.
Is that ADHD?
I think it's a big part of it, yeah. But I do find that when I am 100 miles an hour, my brain is calm. But when I sit and just sit with my thoughts, holidays are my worst nightmare. I hate holidays, controversial, but I hate them. I sit there and I go, now what? Now what do we do? I don't feel relaxed, so...
Yeah, you see, all of the 100-mile-an-hour thinkers that are listening right now can relate to you.
Yeah.
And all of the 10-mile-an-hour thinkers are not relating to you, not in a negative way, but they're thinking, oh, she needs this, she needs this. Because it's a bit yin and yang, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but I constantly come up with new ideas, and every year I set myself a new goal. So each year I like to learn something new. The thought of being a lawyer and only a lawyer for the rest of my life is just not going to happen. So I want to learn a new skill every year, and I set myself those goals.
Yeah, the transferable blueprint that you've done with your business for the listeners right now is what we've already said about being a disruptor and niching down and sticking to it. And it doesn't have to be you in the business. It can be other people like already now, because you're attracting customers, you're realizing it's much bigger than you. So clearly that's going to be part of the future and the vision.
Yeah.
When I say 10 years from now, your life, what do you think and see? Do you see anything, or do you think something?
Yeah, so I do have some short-term goals, but long-term goals as well. So I'm in the process of applying to be a judge. So that's my next goal, and that's a 2-year process. I could get to the end of the 2 years and they could say I failed at week 1. I won't know. So, you know,
mad, that, isn't it?
Yeah, annoying. So I hope that in 10 years I will be sitting as a judge and well on my journey in that. So from a legal point of view, that is my next goal, that I want to explore that. But then my other businesses, I have some goals for those too that will mean that we're ticking along, and we've got, like, beauty college is being launched very soon. That will tick over using all my products and my brand. So I like the idea of the By Sophie empire.
Well, yeah. Why do you like it?
Because that's my safe place. It makes me happy when I achieve a goal. It makes me very happy.
No, but why do you like the empire, the thought of it?
Because it's me and no one can take that from me. No one's going to take anything from me ever again. I'll make sure of it. So I've had too much taken, and proving to myself that the empire is mine and that I've built it without anyone coming and disrupting that means a lot.
Yeah, I mean, your current business, the Law by Sophie, you know, the real Legally Blonde, you're attracting clients, and you're doing that through social media. You're attracting right.
Social
That's a
media
first
is a
world
great
problem,
tool.
isn't it?
Yeah, very much.
You know, we're attracting too many people. What advice would you give to the listeners about marketing and attracting too many customers? Because that's what you're getting.
Yeah,
and people already know, because I've said it like 4 times. You've disrupted, you've niched, you've gone in big.
Yeah, I have. I think social media is a fantastic tool. Okay, but with that, it does need a little bit of confidence behind it. If you're going in and creating content, especially videos and whatnot, but you're oozing, you know, a little shrinking violet, it's not going to do anything. I don't care about saying, here I am in court in my gym kit. You know, I don't care, because that is who I am.
Is that the power, the courage to be disliked?
Yeah, I think it probably is. Yeah, I don't really.
You don't care what other people think of you?
No, I don't really. No, I don't. But I find that actually the most hate, if you want to call it that, it actually comes from other lawyers, not clients.
Is it jealousy or? Yeah.
I think we're just very archaic, and I think there's a lot about the law that should still be archaic, and the traditions and values. But I think that we need to evolve, and we need to realise that, you know, some Joe Bloggs from the street that has never had anything legal to worry about in their life suddenly gets landed with some claim forms and the particulars of claim and doesn't know what to do. And the thought of going into a massive corporate firm in Manchester with 10 suits and then getting scared that they're going to get a bill just for ringing them and them not answering or listening to every email and replying, and then getting nervous and having to remortgage isn't where I want to be morally. So I'm very vocal on my social media about the fact that, look, tell me what the job is. I'll tell you the price. I don't want anyone getting any nasty shocks. I want to be there for you. Like, I'll help you and let me take that stress from you, because there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than feeling like the world's closing in on you.
Do you think if you hadn't have niched down, you'd have this many customers wanting to do work with you? If you were just generically doing...
Possibly not, no. I mean, I niched down. That was never a plan.
Well, one niche above equine would be animals, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so agricultural and equine. But, I mean, I just used to go to horse shows all the time, and I'd see people having disputes, but they wouldn't know what sort of lawyer they needed. It's just, there's no such thing as, like, equine law. It's just dispute resolution. It's litigation.
Yeah.
I just marketed it like that. And honestly, the rest was history. It just, you know, and I think they like it because I speak their language. I get it.
It's not just being savvy enough to niche down. It's being courageous enough to disrupt and go bold and not worry what other people think and say.
Yeah.
That's the power in this story that I'm getting for the listeners. Because it doesn't matter what industry you're in. You know, these principles apply to everyone. Niche, be bold,
Yeah.
be brave,
Yeah.
stand out.
Yeah.
Stand out.
Yeah.
Like Sophie. I mean, what words of encouragement can you give people to stand out in whatever industries they're in?
Be unapologetically you. Don't worry about, I mean, I get all kinds of, you know, especially with the makeup stuff. You know, you could have 100 amazing comments and then that one comment that's disgusting. And
Go on, without going too deep into disgusting, I mean, is it offensive stuff that they're commenting?
they will criticise the way I look. And, you know, so makeup's fantastic. You can, you know, you don't, I'm not asking you to look like me. Yeah. Why do you care so much what I look like and what I like? It baffles me that someone that I don't know and have never met would have such an opinion on how I look or what lipstick I've used. So it baffles me.
It's cruel in a way, isn't it? I
think it's cowardly. And I think
that's
they're
a better
probably,
word, actually, isn't it?
I think they're probably going through a little bit more than me. And actually, you know, there was a bit of a kick-off, actually, on my social media the other day because someone had put some rubbish about my skin. I'd had a breakout and they'd put some horrible, nasty stuff. And so some people had jumped on and I was just like, just send them love. You know, they need it more than I do. Just send them love and wish them well. I don't know this person. I'm not going to lose sleep over someone I don't know because I've got a spot.
You see, when you respond like that, to be honest, it puts out the fire really fast, doesn't it? When you respond with calmness wins.
In it. Yeah, exactly. Send them love, wish them well.
Yeah, look, it's all good.
Let them.
Send in your love. Let them. So do you like Mel Robbins?
I do. Yeah. My friend got me into Mel Robbins, actually. Yeah. So I like the principle, but I don't. I think,
let them, but it's also let you as well.
Let me. Yeah, exactly. Because I did struggle with it because, you know, these people doing these horrible things, and I suppose trauma's very different. But you know, let's not let them be.
Well, the title of the book.
Let's not do that.
The title of the book is Let Them, but the principles behind the book is being able to discard what other people say and take responsibility yourself 100%. for your own life. So
let me set boundaries into what I will and won't allow in my life.
Yeah, she's amazing, Mel Robbins.
Yeah, it's quite a powerful theory.
It's mega powerful, and she's an incredible communicator. The 5-second rule, she made a splash with the 5-second rule, and she's made a bigger splash now with Let Them. You know, if anyone is listening that takes it personal from what other people say and think about them and all this kind of thing, you know, would you say Let Them is a decent book for them to read?
Definitely. Yeah, I loved it. I've read it like 3 or 4 times now, actually. Partly because the ADHD kicks in. I can't remember what the last page said.
Okay, a few quick questions for you. What's your definition of success?
Being able to sit in your own company and say to yourself, I'm content with what I've achieved.
What's the biggest myth about overcoming adversity?
I think people think that suddenly you start a business and you're really rich and you're really successful and isn't life great? You can go play golf in the morning, ride your horses, whatever. That's not how it works.
How does it work?
It's blood, sweat and tears. Lots of tears.
But your dad got you on that journey, didn't he? He got you into the blood, sweat and tears.
Yes, he did, yeah. I was creating my own little businesses. Yeah, I was selling horse manure at like 8. I was a little entrepreneur. I was.
Now that the listeners have listened to this, what do you think the first action should be?
Really sit back and say to yourself, is my brand who I really am, or is it who I think people want me to be?
What if the brand's not about themselves, it's a business name? And
yeah, I get that, but I truly believe that businesses are built on
people.
People by people.
Sophie Murgatroyd, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.